It's cold. You could say that. I think of the cold as a noble force. It's just helping me. It's training me. It's bringing me back to the inner nature the way it was meant to be. And there's a way I do not only endure the cold, I love the cold.
It's a rare moment in history when someone comes along who can perform real miracles with real evidence to back them up. Wim Hof has defied logic time and time again, and always under scientific scrutiny. He holds the world record for being able to be submerged in ice for almost 2 hours without his core body temperature changing. He's climbed Mount Everest in nothing but a pair of shorts and ran a marathon in the desert without drinking any water. He's even proven in a laboratory setting that he can withstand illnesses using the power of his mind. But he's not a freak of nature. According to Wim, anyone can do what he can do. They just have to learn his method, the Wim Hof method. Using a combination of cold immersion, breathing techniques, and mental focus, anyone can accomplish feats that were previously thought to be impossible.
De vraag natuurlijk aan deze tafel is, kunnen wij dat ook wat u kunt? Ja, en ik ben nu in de staat om op kamertemperatuur mensen, gewoon normale mensen, middels relatief makkelijke technieken in een relatief korte tijd, minder dan een week, om daar ook het immuunsysteem te leren beïnvloeden.
We were skeptical, so Wim invited us to take a crash course in his method and see just how easy it is to become superhuman.
And but fully in. Okay, just go on. No thinking, just feel. Your head is becoming lightheaded.
Wim was going to teach us how to endure the cold like him. But first, we had to learn the basics. Wim told us to spend 1 minute breathing in more air than we let out. Then he instructed us to take one last breath and hold it. By using his technique, we were able to hold our breath for much longer than usual. I didn't really know what was going on, but my body was doing things it had never done before, and I was pretty freaked out, but also very curious as to where this would take me. It was like I was going through some kind of second puberty, where instead of becoming an adult, I was becoming a superhuman.
First round 217 for Matt. Crazy, yeah?
Whoa.
It's something, yeah? You're still?
I just stopped because I wanted to
Okay.
listen, but I was still good.
My whole body was just kind of like tingling, and then when you said to stop breathing, just didn't seem like I had the need to breathe at all. It's really amazing. Who are you? Who are you? I mean, I can't argue with the results. You've done things that no one's ever done before. But there have been hundreds of people throughout history in the past 4,000 years who have claimed to be able to do all sorts of miracles by controlling their body using the power of meditation and breathing. What makes you different? Is it that you're the first one who can actually do it?
I'm absolutely not the first one who is able to do this, but I am the first one to bring it to science and to take away the speculation around it.
What was your life like before you became the Iceman?
And actually, I was a father of 4 kids, and bringing them up alone, because my wife accidented in '95.
So that kind of like adversity and sadness maybe motivated you to
Oh yes.
and inspire yourself in the same way a lot of people who do
Yes,
your
sadness is a deep trigger. Where I got peace was in these breathing exercises. Swimming outside in the cold. The cold is merciless, but righteous as well.
So Wim's just told me to get into my shorts, which can't be a good sign because it means that we're gonna get into the water. Wim's already shirtless, so...
Scared, shirtless.
Scared shirtless. just chill out, man.
All right, yeah. Right up. Oh boy. Oh, let nature go within you.
Breathe, motherfucker! Woo! That is some cold Amsterdam Canal December water.
Keep on silently, witness, witness, witness. You're going just fine. You're going the way I know it naturally goes. Well. Okay, Daisy.
I don't feel cold at all. I feel like if you keep relaxed and you stay in there, you can do it forever like this guy right here. Look at this madman. So now our producer has to go in as well because she's gonna need to be there when we do this. So good luck, Daisy.
You can come in too. There you are. Hello. Take it easy.
You know, people think I'm crazy. Maybe I'm crazy, but not because of my breathing techniques. Not because of my cold water swimming, not because of my being fearless in extreme challenges. The first time I went under the ice, water is as sharp as needles. I saw this as a big, huge, sharp diamond. At 35 meters, I lost sight because the retina, it froze. I couldn't see nothing. I couldn't breathe, of course. And then my consciousness succumbed into a lower consciousness. This is survival. I do not fear death. I fear not to live fully. If I live fully, I'm not into death. I'm living.
It isn't all about breaking records. Wim's mission is to use his body as a laboratory to revolutionize our understanding of physiology. In 2011, he was injected with a bacterial endotoxin in an experiment that challenged our understanding of the nervous system. In normal humans, the injection should cause a strong immune response, leading to fever, chills, and headaches, but not in Wim. It appeared that he was somehow able to suppress his immune response by making his body secrete adrenaline, suggesting that his method can allow us to influence our immune system at will. Scientists thought he might just be a freak of nature, so to further prove this theory, they performed the same experiment on 12 subjects Wim had trained in Poland, and the same thing happened.
Normally, it's very difficult to increase your adrenaline levels by your own will. Adrenaline is released by the autonomic nervous system. And autonomic means that you cannot voluntarily influence it. So if you walk outside and you are robbed on the street, you will have a heart rate of 160 and your blood pressure will be sky high within seconds. But if I ask you now to increase your heart rate, you cannot do that. You cannot voluntarily modulate that. And with the techniques of Wim Hof, we show that he was able to increase his adrenaline levels to very high concentrations, even higher than people that go bungee jumping for the first time. That was something that we didn't think possible before that.
If we learn to influence our immune system at will, we could potentially use that to treat inflammatory disorders where the immune system is overactive, including Crohn's disease and rheumatoid arthritis. But Wim didn't seem to think that there were any limits to what his method could accomplish, and that made me skeptical. He was eager to show that he could help anyone, including people with cancer, so he invited us to dinner with his friend René Hudde, a famous philosopher of science who had taken up the Wim Hof method after being given 2 months to live.
I don't think Wim is a wonder worker, and I'm not taking him as a wonder worker, a miracle worker. Yeah. I want to forego that people who have cancer think that they are off their cancer next week. That's not the fact. But there are very good things happening.
So this really is kind of on the frontier of science. It's science that we are testing now. It's science that we don't yet have a full explanation for, but we know that it has results worth studying.
Yes, but the real frontier science is looking if this immune system is an autoimmune system or that we can influence our immune system in the hope for that the immune deficiency diseases decrease. And the results are hopeful. but hopeful I use the word myself.
Hypothetically, if research came back and it turned out that actually your methods weren't working, there was some kind of trick of adrenaline or some other factor that accounted for all of the feats of endurance, what would that make you feel?
I'm okay, you know, I want it to be evidence-based in science. And I don't want to give any false hope to any person in this world. So I'm into science, but who is interested in a natural method that needs only the commitment of a person to make it work? Within just a day or 2 days, you will be able to go deeper into the system and learn to control the immune system, cardiovascular system, the hormonal system, the muscular system, autonomic nervous system. All that, I mean, it's just learning to go back into the inner power, which we all have.
We traveled to Poland for the next step in our training, which would hopefully end with us climbing Mount Śnieżka in our shorts and not getting hypothermia.
Control, no hocus pocus, just the magic of your physiology. Make it work, guys! It's your depth, it's your control, into your brain. Nobody else's, no blah blah, just make it work. Deeply in, letting go. Your vessel. Charge up the current. Oh, faster. Okay, calm down. Hey, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Fully in. Fully out. Well done.
It's really bizarre to be in a room with a bunch of people who are tripping out from breathing. You get these tingly sensations throughout your hands and your body, so it feels like everything's vibrating, and then you get kind of like a sense of euphoria. And for me, that was it. You cried.
Yeah, mine was so weird. All my hands went like this, they just locked and I could not move them. Then I just cried and cried and cried, and then I couldn't stop crying. But I also wasn't thinking about anything sad, it was just like, it just came up.
We are going deeply into the physiology, past the conditioning. And what appears, people begin to cry, or they release anger. Whatever is hidden deeper than the conditioning. These techniques make it quite able to go really deep.
I guess it's kind of similar to when a psychologist gets someone to relive past trauma and come to terms with it.
We do not need psychotherapy. Fuck off. Just a little bit breathing. Just bring back the control within yourself. Connect back with the body. This time we are able to cleanse it all. All the people say, you know, yeah, you cannot steer life, you cannot do this, and yeah, it's part of life, and it's destiny, and it is fate. Fuck fate, and fuck destiny, and all that. No, this time we learn to control our happiness, health, and strength, and that's not philosophical or sectarian, it's chemistry. Here is the summit, which we are going to get to tomorrow in snow and ice and just in shorts. This is what I did before on the Mount Everest. I was up till here in shorts, coming from 5,200 to 5,800, 6,400, 6,700, 7,500, 700. Over here I was.
He walked up Mount Everest in his shorts. What have you done with your life?
I like to go. back into that pink overflow. I pay my dues. Oh, getting into that pink the blues. It's the daily life around and get into it. That's your side. Gonna go. That's a feeling. It's the blues, it's the life. Well done today. And tomorrow even better. Nature calls us, and Mother Nature says, I gotta tuck you in, man.
If you ever wanted a real test of the Wim Hof method, this is it. If you concentrate hard enough, the snow looks like sand and you just feel like you're at the beach.
Exactly, that's the mind. If your mind is on it, then you're quite capable of dealing with the elements.
Yeah, because it is a bit nippy, really.
Yeah. Hey, dzień dobry.
Feel when you finally got recognition from the science world that your methods works?
I cried.
Really?
You know what happens when your wife, whom you love so dearly, she suicides? You don't understand. You just don't understand. You have no power anymore. And finally, because you have been everywhere looking for how to silence the grief, and finally get scientific recognition, that's the time when you break. That's the time where you can relieve. That's the time you can let go. It's when you cry.
It's amazing what the body can do when you actually force it to go to its limits.
Yes, to its natural ability.
We've crossed the border from Poland into the Czech Republic, and now we're just about to summit the tallest mountain in the Czech Republic in our shorts.
Well done, man. All the way. Good.
How are you feeling?
Feeling good. Once again, back home.
One of the reasons it's been so difficult for Wim to get his method accepted by the scientific establishment is that it's inimical to our society's view of the body and medicine. Wim's figured out a way to influence the immune system without the use of pharmaceuticals, and that could have big ramifications for people with inflammatory disorders. Whether it can be used to cure actual diseases remains to be proven. This is the frontier of science, so it might be many years before we fully understand the implications. We came into this with a heavy dose of skepticism, but within a few days, we were able to comfortably climb a freezing cold mountain in nothing but our shorts. Wim gives people a chance to take back some control over their minds and bodies, and for people who suffer from depression or illnesses, that kind of help can be priceless. What's the final stage in your mission?
Final stage is go back to the grief. Go back to the love, the lost love. I want to bring back love in the world. Love is compiled by happiness, strength, and health. If you radiate good energy because you are healthy, happy, and strong, that's love. So love is my mission. Breathe. It's for free. It's life. It's good.
Quisiera andar en la Sierra Nevada, su pico blanco, ser ilimitada, por ahí me voy, andando sin zapatos por allá. Hey, hey, hey.
Take them in. If you need to breathe, you take them in. And blow your mind. Come on. It's natural drugs, ignited.